Hello, welcome to my little space. Today, I would like to take a few minutes to talk about what happens during our life when we put more value on something and not something else. And then maybe the something else was more important. What's the topic? The topic is the little balance between work, recreation, and family. And sometimes I hear a lot of professionals who are working every day. They're very, very busy, they're successful, and they earn well, but on the back of their mind, they have this continuous problem. They can't sleep well, they can't be present at home. When they come home, they're so stressed, so tired. Sometimes they even bark at their own loved ones, their own children. They're so, full of this work processing stuff that happens in the back of their mind. They're not even present when they're having those special moments at home with their family, with their children, their spouses. And they fear the time is running out. They do not have what they really want to have. They don't have this calmness and this sense of satisfaction and progression and growth. And they fear that they might lose their spouse or the lovely connection with the children, because children grow up fast. Why am I talking about this? Because it's a problem that it doesn't really affect only professionals, but affects every stage of our life. When we are very busy, concentrated on one thing, we might lose track of what really is valuable for us in the long term. For this reason, I asked a question on my Facebook page a couple of days ago, and I said, maybe I can get a couple more ideas about this. And this question was, looking back, what do you wish you had done differently, and what are you glad that you have done in relation to what you've done when you're back home, how you relate to the other people, because this affects how we feel towards ourselves and how, let's say, it affects the quality of our life, doesn't it? And I got two really interesting replies. One was a woman. I will not use names, but you can find out who she is. And I'm going to read you as it is from what she said. She said, I've been so busy with work and so busy with my own children that I forgot my other half. And he needed a lot of reassuring, and I didn't give that to him. I focus mostly on the kids. A lot of women say that, we say kids first. After 26 years, things fell apart and they're no longer together, which is very sad. So her suggestion was to be aware of the other half, because you will be together after your kids have left. And so you really, when they flown the nest, who are you? Who's this stranger? You want to have built up the relationship from way before, and not just from after the kids grow up, after 20 years. So not taking care of the needs of the other person that is with you. I'm going to have to clear my voice again, because today it's been a bit of a dry day for my little throat. So never mind. So what happens here? She suggested that people really make the time, not find the time, make the time to be there for one another, to give each other freedom. And she wished that she had kept regular dates, doing things together, just the two of them with no kids. And I thought that was really a distillation of what a lot of parents would say today. I said, looking back, I knew that my kids were going to turn out well anyway. I'm glad I gave so much time and attention to them. But what about my spouse? And what about also yourself, your own mental wellness? That's important. And that takes me to the second person who has answered very kindly, and I won't say the name again. And she said, she was a stay-at-home mom, very busy with a very big, busy family, lots of stuff going on. And she said that they had their rough patches. Everyone has ups and downs in a family, but they always took time to chat together, to chill out together, to feel close. And she was saying that the key for her was this unconditional love. So whatever happened, they worked through the problems. And she just hopes that she took things less personally when dealing with some of her children, because maybe she could have handled it better. But we're not perfect. We're not expecting perfection. Nobody's born with a manual of parenting. But personally, she found it very useful to take time to meditate and to direct love to herself as well. And this helped her to heal and to become more balanced, which of course has benefited all her family. And I like these 2 points of view because they say what happened, what could have happened, and what I'm glad that happened. And thinking about your own relationship, how you are feeling with your spouse, with your children, and how you're spending your time. And there is something to always think about, isn't it? What am I doing in my life so that these relationships are growing? It's not just about making money or selling expensive packages or being the director of your firm. It's also about when you go home, who are you going to share with your success? Because if there is nobody left, there wasn't much point, wasn't it? Who's going to be there to celebrate you if you don't care about these other people? And it's not that you don't care, but sometimes the way we spend our time is telling people that we care for something else. It's something that we can misunderstand. Like, for example, my own dad, he worked so much, literally almost 7 days a week, because he had lots of companies, lots of employees, he had lots of things. And we kept saying that we don't want you to be away all the time. We don't want the money, we want you. And he died very early. He was like not even mid-70s. And I don't think he really enjoyed life as much as could have. He could have worked half as much and just been just as wealthy, but he wasn't spending the time with us in the way that was growing the relationship, in a way that the children would have felt loved and accepted. And that's not to say he was a bad person, because of course he was not. He was trying to do what he thought it was good, to work, so that my family will have these financial benefits. And financial benefits are a great thing to have. There's no saying that money is not important, but also you have to understand everything has to be carefully balanced. What are your values towards your family, towards your spouse? So just something to think about. Another thing is today, one of my friends and colleagues, a hypnotherapist and also NLP master, Chris, he posted something very interesting. He said, as a coach, I've been asked some dating advice sometimes, and he said, I'm going to give you my dating advice. Get off that phone. And I thought he was absolutely spot on. Get off that phone means simply to just stop using the social media when you're talking with your friends, with your relatives, when you're back home. Devote some time to clear up all your correspondence and then just shut it down and turn your attention to something else. Because really, when you are always browsing the internet and it's very easy to jump from one cute kitten video to another, or one how to do this, and it's all very good when you're on your own. But when you are with somebody there, they're trying to talk to you, they're trying to get your attention, they see they can't get it, eventually they're going to get this message that you are not interested. They're not good enough, they're not smart enough, maybe they have to do something really difficult, or they will not be listened to. What issues will they develop? Because they're not getting that attention. And so it's up to you to see how much you need to really be on the net or be working or be outside, and how much you need to be present with your child. Everyone has a different situation, so I'm not going to tell you how many hours a day. But certainly it's about having quantity of time and having quality of time that will work with all of you. And so here is the issue. A lot of busy parents that are working in the house and outside of the house, lots of moms, lots of professional entrepreneurs, they're not home for much of the time. And when they do, they're very stressed and they go and relax with social media and they text friends. And so this drifting apart starts when our children and our spouses do not feel the connection, because you're more connected to the internet. And so then you start feeling the double guilt. And so, in my opinion, watching a movie together is a great thing to do, but sitting side by side in silence is not communicating. Maybe it could be for chilling out, but so I think it's quite important, like once a week, every couple of weeks, to sit down and talk through issues and problems, see the schedules of everyone, talk about their needs, what's going on with X, Y, Z. Just really listen, because sometimes we might miss something very important in the business or our lives. And one concern that I hear a lot from professionals that I work with is that they see that they're not making those precious memories. They are seeing that the kids are growing up and their spouse is drifting apart. And even when they're outside doing something together, maybe they're doing a party, but they're not present. They're just thinking about the contract that have to be signed, the sales that has to happen, the client coming. And yes, we all have problems, but is it possible to kind of package this problem, put it in a box when we are in the family time, get this bracket of time where we're really switching off? So if you're feeling that you are in this rat race and you have no time to do anything, if it feels like you're numbing the voices in your head with this constant browsing of the net because you're feeling like, I just want to procrastinate this, I can't be bothered, there's too much work. Ask yourself today, is this what I want for my life? Is this how I want my career to be, my job to be? Is this how my family, my relationships are supposed to be like? Can I do this better? So it's a question. It is an open question. I don't have the answer to what you want to have. But the way that we spend our times and our time, because we have little lots of time, right? The way we spend that time is telling others what is the most important thing for us. That's where we spend this time. So let me know what you think about this. What are your suggestions? What are the things that you can do, that we can all do to help so that our families are stronger, so our friends know that we are always there for them, so that we can have this very carefully worked balance between work and family and friends, and also so that we have our mental health in check, our emotional health in check. What can we do? And if you have problems, if you want to talk through them, you know where to go. You can go to calendly.com/Franz Sidney, schedule a call with me. But what I want you to do today is mostly to have a time of reflection. Look around, look at what happens in the world and see how important it is to have a close-knit family, to know that you love one another, that you are there for them. You're not lost in the clouds of something. Because, and I want to finish with a quote, I think it was Harold Billy, but I can't remember. Someone famous, and I think it was him, said that no success at work can compensate a failure in the home. And it might sound a little bit drastic, but when you come back from that successful job where you're doing your best, who are you wanting to celebrate with this success? With your dog? Or is there a family left there? And if it's not, why is it not? So I hope that this was helpful. Let me know what you think about it and what are your suggestions. And I hope that you will have a great day. Take care. Bye.